Hi there, for those of you that are here live, happy Thursday. Thanks for joining me. And we're gonna talk a little bit about one of my favorite digital tools. It's PBS LearningMedia. And so I'm just gonna jump in and switch right over to my slide deck for you. If you want to ask any questions, if you're listening live, you can either tweet me, and there is my Twitter handle on the bottom of the screen there. Otherwise, I will switch over here and give you a peek at the slide deck. And just a couple of things on this slide deck. So first, down here at the bottom of this image, if you want a copy of this presentation, you can use this shortened URL here and save your own copy of the slide deck. Also, I'm trying this out new. I haven't done this before, but I'm trying the presenter mode in Google Slides. And so I have the question feature turned on. So if you have any questions, if you're watching right now, you can use this link at the top here to ask questions live. So trying something new today. All right, so PBS LearningMedia, if you are not sure what that is, it is a free resource for digital media for educators. There are a variety of different types of media available on PBS LearningMedia, which is why I really like it. There are a lot of great videos, but you can also find interactives, you can find images and clip art, different types of historical documents. There are also a lot of really good lesson plans, audio, different media galleries, different primary source artifacts, all sorts of different kinds of games for kids. So there's a lot that is there for you. The first time you log in, it will ask you to register, but again, it's free to register, so you can just set up an account using whatever email that you like. I use my teacher email account to set up my account. And once you dive in, we'll go through just a quick overview first, and then I'll switch over and I'll actually log into LearningMedia and show you around a little bit. For now, just real briefly, some of the features when you log in. This is what the homepage sort of looks like. It updates from time to time, but at the top you have the dashboard link and a help link, which is really great. So as you're going through, if you have any questions or can't find something, the help tool is really, really useful. On the left side, you can click to newest content to see any recent updates and new things that have been loaded. And then you also have the browse buttons on this homepage. So browse by standards, so that you can look for material that is going to relate specifically to a certain standard, K-12, or you can browse by grade or subject area. All right. Oh, and also going back, there's a search bar too. So you could do a keyword search as well and look for material based on a keyword. So we'll look at that in a second too. Here's just a screenshot of what the browse by grade and subject looks like. So if you want to see a variety of math topics, you can just click on the math button there, and maybe third grade math, select 3, and then click on search, and you'll get to search through a whole bunch of math content for third grade. And then once your search results come up, you can narrow down those search results even more on the left side of the screen. So I'll show you how to do that in just a second. And one of those options too is to narrow it down by media type. So again, on the left side of the screen, oh, I'm sorry. Backing up, when you enter into a resource, within the resource page, the menu on the left side here is highlighted for you. So it'll tell you what type of media it is, if there are additional support materials available. There's a heart icon, so if you click that heart icon, you can save this resource to your favorites. And I'll show you in the favorites too, you can also sort things into folders, so I'll show you how to do that. This little flying arrow is where you can share a resource out to colleagues or to your class, and then more information is available here. So again, you can browse by standards, so Common Core standards or national standards. And here it talks about marking as a favorite. So once you have marked something as a favorite with that heart icon, you'll find it under your favorites menu. And then you can see you have an option to folder items. You can also add outside links to folders, which is kind of cool. So if you're putting together a math folder and you find a bunch of great math materials on the Learning Media website, you can put them all in one folder, but maybe you also have a PDF on your computer that you want to keep in the same place as all these other great videos and games and things. You can actually add a link to that. If you drop it into a Google Drive, just get a share link, and you can put that link in your folder on the PBS Learning Media website as well, and have all those resources in one folder together. So we're going to switch over here. I'm going to just log into my account real quick and show you around the Learning Media website. Again, if you want to ask a question, if you're watching right now, you can use this URL at the top here. That's goo.gl/slides/N5NHEH. It's case sensitive, so all lowercase on this one, and you don't need the HTTPs to start. So let me just switch over here. I have this bookmarked already. So the website is just pbslearningmedia.org. And then when you set up your account for the first time, I'm already logged in. I saved my login. But the first time you come here, you set up your login, it'll also ask you what state, and it will connect you to your local PBS. So there might be some differences in content based on your what region you're in, but once you get in, you can see this is my homepage. Looks just like the homepage screenshot that we looked at earlier. And at the top, here's my dashboard. So this is where I would hover over to find my favorites, the folders that I have made, some other tools that I'm going to point out in a second too. There's a really cool storyboarding tool that I like to use. And then you can also preview the student view. There's actually a student version of this website as well. And there's an app also for tablets. So I had the student app downloaded to my tablet, so kids could go in and find videos and use the materials for research projects and assignments. So that's kind of a nice tool as well. But let's just start by searching for something. So first down here, we've got kind of the like highlighted media right now. If you scroll down, we also have some more highlighted media by subject area. So today's math resource of the week, ELA resource of the week, etc. I'm going to come back up here, and I'm going to search by topic first. So let's say I'm a math coach right now. So let's say I'm looking for multiplication resources. So I'm just going to type in multiplication and search. I won't narrow anything down just yet, but I could say I'm only looking for lesson plans or something similar. Maybe I will search by math. So I'll narrow that down to math and then click on that search button to see what pops up. And so here we find 355 results on that first search. So as I mentioned earlier, on the left side here, you have some options for narrowing down your searches. So let's say I just want to look at third grade appropriate resources. And now we've narrowed that down quite a bit to 139 results. And actually, let's see, subject I already have to math. I only want to look at videos right now. So I'm going to click on video as well. There are also resources on the Learning Media website in Spanish. So there are quite a number of Spanish language resources available too. So if you're working at a dual immersion school or working with second language learners, there's a lot of good material there for your Spanish speaking students. So here we've narrowed down our multiplication resources for third grade to 94 video results. And so here I can change the sort if I would like. I can look at maybe most favorited or the most viewed results. I'm just going to kind of scroll through and show you what some of the things are that popped up. So a lot of Khan Academy resources on here. You can see this one is marked as premium because I have a paid premium account. So you can't, if you decide to upgrade to a paid account, you have even more resources available to you than on the free account. And a lot of full version videos too. There's, if you're a Ken Burns fan, the Ken Burns documentaries are on premium accounts. There's some really cool things if you decide to upgrade, but lots of good stuff on the free account as well. Oh, this looks good. So multiplication tricks for the 9s. That's kind of fun. I love Cyber Chase. So here's a great Cyber Chase video. I can, oh, there's more down here. So repeated addition, that looks good. I can open up that resource and kind of get some more information about the resource once it's opened up. So I can preview it here and just play that video for myself, see what that looks like. It's just a 2.5 minute.
Remember me?
Yeah.
Short video.
Come on, Harry.
5 pieces of rock candy.
All right, so that's nice. You can see here, this video is actually available for download. So some of these videos you can download. That's kind of a nice resource if your students are using, or if they don't have access to the internet. So you could download this ahead of time on devices if you don't allow students to work online. So I could download this. I also have some share options here. So I can use a share link. PBS Learning Media links directly to Google Classroom, which is great. So I could just click on the classroom icon, or here we go. And I can share directly into my Google Classroom. So you'll see this window pops up, and then I'm prompted to choose what class I want to share this to. So maybe I want to share here. And then is it an assignment or a question or an announcement? And I can add that and click go. And then it will let me put all my classroom information in. So sample video from PBS Learning Media. And I can set all of that here and then click assign, or I can schedule it for later. So really nice feature. I can just link my media directly into my Google Classroom now. I kind of love that. I mentioned earlier, this is your favoriting button, so I can select that heart, and now this video is saved into my favorites. If I scroll down, you can see a lot of the resources have support materials, so some teaching tips. You can also see what standards this video aligns with. So here are my Common Core math standards. And now if I want to go, I can go into my dashboard and favorites, and let's look at where that video saved when I favorited it. So here you go. These are all my favorites. So this is just going to be a long list. The most recently favorited resource will be at the top. So there's the sharing candy video. I can leave notes for myself as a reminder. Great video about repeated addition for grade 3. So later when I'm going through my favorites, I can remind myself why I liked this resource. I can do a sort by if I'm looking for something in particular. Like I mentioned earlier, I can add a link. So maybe I want to add an external link that relates to some of these other resources, a website that I found that I liked, or a share link to a Google document in my Drive, something like that. And then I can just have all those links saved together in one place for a future lesson or unit. I can also, if I select some of my materials here, add them to a folder. So I had created some folders earlier, or if I don't have a folder already created, I can select a new folder. And when I click save, those items will be saved into that folder. And then you can see here what folders these items are in. You do need to then go back and unselect those items so that they don't get moved around again. That check mark doesn't automatically go away yet. But then at least you can see, here's the folder this video is found in. You can scroll down. Here's some more. I have an equations folder that this is found in. If I want to go to my folders and see the folders at a glance, here they are on the left side. So I can click over here. I can also access that through the dashboard button. I'm going to click over here to folders. And I'm going to look at my list of folders here. Also, you can see, though, they're all listed out right here, so I can see all the folders I have. If I click open this plus sign, I can look at a description of the folder. Each folder has its own URL, so this is great for sharing folders. Let's say I don't want to do double work with my 3rd grade team members. So I've already made a folder of resources. I can share that whole folder to them by just emailing them this link. And I can give it a little description here with a little more information about what's in this folder. I'm going to go to, I actually have a folder with a sample of things in it. Here we go. Let's go to my PD folder. Or actually, I'm going to go back. I want to use my Learning Media folder. Learning media training, and I have a sample of different types of resources. So here we're inside the learning media training folder. So I've saved a bunch of things in here. I can reorder the items I have in this folder. So if I want them ordered a certain way, I can manually do that. I can also expand on this item and get a little sneak peek at what type of item this is and what's in here. I can also grab the link to that specific item from right here. So if I just want to share that, I can look at my notes or add some notes. Or if I click on this little eye, this is a preview. This will take me to that item and I can preview the item. I want to show you some different types of items. This is a video. I also like, this is really fun. This is Mission US. So this is an example of a game. So there are a lot of games that you can grab on PBS Learning Media for free. This is really cool. It's sort of a simulation game. So if we launch this, it'll launch out into a different folder. And then you kind of walk through this simulation. So this would be kind of fun to play with your class if you're working on the 13 Colonies or American Revolution. This one is for Crown or Colony, so that relates really closely to that. You can see it takes place in 1770 Boston, and you get question prompts you answer that help Nat move through life in that time. There's a bunch of Mission US games. Those are really cool. I'm gonna minimize that one. These are, so here's an interactive map. So here's an example of an interactive. It's a little bit different. I'll open that one up and we can look at what an interactive might look like. I'll launch this one. It'll open up a new launch window. And click through here.
Ready for a little time traveling?
Yep, we're gonna get an
I'm
intro. I'm gonna skip the intro. And now we have some choices, so we can click through. Oh, let's explore. This looks fun. We can explore the map. Here we go. How about Alaskan Glacier? So here's an image we can go to, a video we can go to, we can go back to the map. So this is kind of a fun, a sky tour. This is a kind of an interesting interactive that we could walk through. I'm gonna close that one and let's go back to my folder. You can see here these icons tell you these are all videos. These are interactive icons. Here is a document. So this little icon means some kind of document. This is actually an infographic. I can go down here. Oh, after the hurricane. So this right here shows you this is an audio, an example of an audio item. It has the ear icon. So lots of different types of materials that you can do or that you can find on the website. I'm going to come over here. So another way that you could share information would be by creating a storyboard. And I down here have a URL included in this folder to an example storyboard that I created. So I'm going to click over to that. And this is an example of a storyboard that I made. So this is actually in preview mode, so you can see what the final product looked like. But storyboards allow you to embed a variety of media and text and images to provide some self-paced, independent learning modules for students. So in this one, I put a title up here. I embedded a video. So my students, this was for a PD that I did recently. So my adult learners could walk through the content at their own pace. It opened with a video, and then I gave them a little text to read. I embedded a screenshot so they could look at a screenshot, another video, and another image. You could also embed a link in here and have people link out to another place. So a lot of options. To make your own, if you go up to Dashboard and down to Tools, this is where you can find the storyboards. So this is my favorite tool. That's the one we were working on. I'm going to go into Storyboard and show you how to build a storyboard. It's really easy once you start playing with it. Here's a variety of the ones I already have created. I'm going to go create a class storyboard and start a new storyboard. So we'll give it a title and save that. Once you give it a title, now your storyboard is saved and you can make edits and come back to it later and make some more edits. Sharing preferences are important. So right now, this is set to, so I can share this out with people using a share link. but it's not searchable. If I make it public, then my storyboard will actually be searchable on PBS Learning Media by other educators. So you can actually make publicly searchable storyboards that will become a resource on the Learning Media website. You can give it a little description here. So sample storyboard. What subject? Let's say this is a professional development storyboard. And I'm going to say all these grade levels. And then now we can add some elements. So there are some elements already in here. You can add to these or you can delete them. Like I don't think I'm going to add a clip art here. I'm going to delete these off my board. Oops, close that. I want to change the background and make it pretty. So I'm going to pick a background. There's a bunch of different backgrounds, or I can search. So let's find a fun science background maybe. Oh, I like this. So we have some DNA strands, I guess. So I'll select that. And then I'll click Add Item. And now my background is updated. I can click and add my title. I want to center it, make it bold. I want to make it larger. Oh, I want to make it even larger than that. Oops. Select that and change it to, there we go. I can change the text color. And I can change the background color. I can also insert a link. So I could make this hyperlinked as well. Let me cancel that out. And there's that. Click to add media lets you search for media from the PBS Learning Media website, or you can upload your own media. So if you have a video on your computer already that you want to upload, you can do that as well, or an image or something like that. So I have an image. I'm going to click My Device, and I'm going to add an image I already have saved. So how about this, my Eat and Tweet image? There we go. So that was on my computer already. I can add some text. And as for the Eat and Tweet EDU series this month. And again, I can change the look of this. Maybe I'll change that to this one. All right, so you have a lot of options there. I'm gonna move this down here. Okay, and I can also, I don't want this, I'm gonna get rid of that. I can move things around. So if I hover here and get that little arrow and just hold my finger down on the mouse while I'm over that arrow, I can move boxes around. I can use this little guy here to resize. And I can also add some new elements. So if I want to add a new text box or clip art or media, I can just click there and drag and drop another media box here. So I'm going to do this, and let's search PBS Learning Media for something. I can search my favorites. So these are things that are already favorited, or I can go entire site and search for if there's anything about Twitter by chance. Oh, look, there is. The impact of Twitter on journalism. Using Twitter to guide your teaching practice. Perfect. That relates to the Eat and Tweet EDU series. So I'm going to take that and add it to my storyboard. And you can keep going with that and adding elements that you want until you fill in your storyboard. And so again, I'm just going to save that, and I can preview it to see if it looks the way I want it to look. So here's my preview. This is what my audience will see. And I'm going to return to edit mode, and I'm ready to share it. So I'm going to click on share. And I can copy and paste this link now into an email or into a newsletter or my website or wherever you want to share it. And now I have a public link that I can use to send this storyboard to my students or my colleagues or whoever I want to send this storyboard to. And that is our overview of learning media. So I'm just going to go back to that main slide again. So if you want a copy of this presentation, you can use this URL down here at the bottom of my slide, goo.gl/E6, that's a 0, capital G, capital U, and 4. And that'll give you access to my slide deck with a lot of this information there for you. And that's it for today's Math Tech Minute. So thanks for dropping in. And if you have any questions later on, feel free to email me, and I am happy to help out with any questions or help you get set up on PBS Learning Media. Have a great afternoon, everybody.